Hello, everybody. I am Breast Kings podcast host Alan Nagel, and I just wanted to let you guys know that if you are interested in sending anything into the show, whether that be a picture of you wearing a Breast Kings podcast or visual shirt or an article or anything you want us to comment on, you can now direct that to the Breast Kings podcast Facebook right there in the YouTube description. If you are interested in sending anything, it must go through a message on our Facebook. Thank you.
Right. Ak, I love you. Welcome. I ain't never been this side. I'm not scared of this roller coaster ride. I know that it has ups and downs. Long as you're by my side. I ain't never been this side. I'm not scared of this roller coaster ride. I know that it has ups and downs. Long as you're by my side. I ain't by my side been this side. I'm not scared of this roller coaster ride. Girls like you are usually one of a kind. I just snatched to watch to take up your time. But usually I be scared of heights. You ain't never gonna see me at Carowinds. But for you, girl, man, I'll take the ride. Cause I swear to God that you a whirlwind. Got me really think about marrying, but it's too soon to say. But every time that we gon' talk, I just really wanna say, I ain't never been this side. I'm not scared of this roller coaster ride. I know that it has ups and downs. Long as you're by my side. I ain't never been this side. I'm not scared of this roller coaster ride. I know that it has ups and downs. Long as you're by my side. See, I never thought it'd be like this. It's G like little baby. Hope that you will never play me. Choosing you be in my lady. Talking late nights on my cellular. Trying not to go to sleep. But I know that if I do, I just gon' meet you in my dreams. To be honest, all that is frantic. And I've been a hopeless romantic in the world where we don't really date nobody. We talk about it, then panic. But me, I just really wanna hold your hand. Not trying to be just your friend. Nah, baby, I wanna be your man. So please tell me if I can. Been this side. I'm not scared of this roller coaster ride. I know that it has ups and downs. Long as you're by my side. I ain't never been this side. I'm not scared of this roller coaster ride. I know that it has ups and downs. Long as you're by my side. By my side, 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 long shit by my side, long shit by my side, long as you by my side, long as you by my side, long shit by my side, long shit by my side, long shit by my side, long as you by my side, long as you by my side. I ain't never been this side. I'm not scared of this roller coaster ride. I know that it has ups and downs. Long as you're by my side, by my side, by my side, by my side.
Welcome to the Breast Kings podcast. I am your host, Alan Nagel, and right here with me in the studio, as always, I have Jaden. And I have a guest right here in the studio, not as always, just a new one that has never been here before, and his name is Yumz. Awkward Yumz, perhaps you could say.
Right. Radical was fucking up.
Yumz hit me up and he was like, after he heard the amazing nuke discussion, he was like, bro, I gotta be on this. And I was like, you know what, bro? I like your charisma. You get to be on it. But Yumz, the spotlight is on you, sir. What is your opinion on nuking the world? Should we or should we not nuke the world?
Honestly, I don't think we should fucking nuke the world. I don't know where you came up with the idea to just murder every fucking body. I get what you're saying. We're all pretty fucked. Even you and me as people are fucked, but we're still cool people. We're cool enough to realize that we're fucked and want to change. So, like, why don't we just gather all those people up and make a new civilization? And we had this conversation. We talked about this, and you were like, "Oh, we've been trying to do that for years." And I'm like, you ever wonder why we haven't done it successfully? Because we give up on it.
Mm-mm. Exactly, because we're not good enough. We've had enough chances and we always give up on it because it's too hard. It's too hard for humans. We don't want the work, so just nuke it. It's done. We're failures.
What the fuck? You were so
Honestly,
easily ready to admit defeat. It's so weird.
It's not instantly. We've had so many chances. This is over thousands of years, a culmination of so many years.
You want to explain like the chances we had? I really want to hear that. Like I know we've had. Like I'm not disagreeing with you, but I want to hear.
The chances we've had? What do you mean by the chances we've had? Every single year that we've lived on, every solitary second we've had living on Earth, we'd had a chance to do something better than going at constant wars or having constant tyrannical leaders or having shitty laws all the time. We've had constant chances, and now we could say it's getting better, but it's getting better mainly in America. And now that we have equal rights socially, ideologically, we're shit. So every time we redeem ourselves in some way, we get shit again. For instance, religion, not even religion, like fucking weird stuff like believing the earth was flat was super common, and still is common to this day, by the way, was super common, and that's what we worshipped. And when science proved that wrong, we found other things to go against, like, you know, carrying on slavery or carrying on hating against gays, and it's always something. So whenever we achieve something, we feel in another way. So humans get up and then we instantly go down. So I don't think that paradigm shift every single fucking second that we live is worth living. I think we failed. And it's time to just go. Because if we don't do it now, we're gonna go out by nukes through war. And
I mean, if we're gonna go out by nukes through war, why don't we just wait for that?
I'd rather go out now. We don't deserve the wait.
We don't deserve the wait.
All right. Why did I just? That was the visual shirt of the day. The one I just clicked out on. Buy that shit is gonna be in the description. I don't know why I clicked out on it. But anyways, we're going to talk about a law in Michigan before we get into 365 reasons to be a feminist. This law says that, say if you, all right, Yumz, let me put you in a situation.
All right.
You're 30 years old. You fuck a girl. You think you're the father when she ends up knowing she's pregnant. It turns out you aren't the father, but since the state can't find out who the father is and knows you are not the father, it's going to make you pay child support. That's what Michigan is doing.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
That's what's happening here in Michigan. So men outraged over paying child support for kids who are not theirs.
That sounds like fun, though, honestly.
How does that sound in any way like fun?
Wait. So it's like, so say I fuck a girl, right?
Uh-huh.
And then like she fucks a whole nother dude. But gets pregnant by that dude, but that dude disappears. And so she just says, I'm the father, but she knows I'm not the father. So does it just like retain back to me because that other dude disappears?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
even
fuckery.
even if you know you're not the father?
Even if the state knows you're not the father.
What?
So even if like you have DNA test proof that you're not the father of this child, because you were the last person to fuck this girl, you have to raise that baby or like pay child support for that thing?
Because they can prove that you fucked the girl. Or sometimes I've heard that maybe if they can just prove that you were in a romantic relationship with that girl.
That's how people get shot.
Yes.
That's what's happening in Michigan. See, this is why we should nuke the world.
That's fucking stupid.
You can expect this all night, Yumz. He's just gonna keep bringing that up. That's why we should nuke the world. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know what you're hating on, bro. So,
these are the reasons for nuking of the world.
People frightening each other at a dance.
Yumz, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, Lansing, Michigan. Most people think you have to either adopt or conceive a baby to become legally responsible for a child. Under Michigan law, that is simply not how it works.
Let's go.
Hold on. Let me read this one. Let me read this. I became a dad by default, says Reginald Whitelow II. Yeah, he got a white name. He and
What
three
kind
other
of
men
name is
came to Detroit-based WXYZ for a panel discussing stop scrolling. Discussing on how one became dad by default. There are complete ways it happens. Pastor Edwards Mack says his previous wife had 3 children he loved as his own. Then he realized 2 of them weren't biologically his. I don't really want to talk about it. It brings tears to my eyes, says Mac. Oh damn, Father Edward's wife was fucking. Right.
So
Damn.
wait.
White.
So then he was. So wait, what's gonna happen here?
Um,
No.
I don't know. All right.
As betrayal led to divorce, he was shocked when the judge told him because he was married, he became dad by default. So his wife's children, he had to pay support for other men's children. Oh, so he tried to get out of it. He tried to get out of dealing with those 2 kids. But since he was married to her, the judge was like, "Nah, nigga, that's you."
That is fucking crazy, bro.
Sounds like
Let
a
her
reason.
pay for them. Let her get the man she laid down with to pay for them. He goes free, said Mac.
You know what's
Oh.
cray? I never heard feminists talk about this as an issue that needs to be talked about.
Because we're too worried about cat calls.
Whoa, wait a minute. Listen to this. I never even slept with her, said Anthony Sims of the mother of the child he is paying for. I had a lawsuit when I was young. She said that is money I am going to get, and she got it. Yo, so he didn't even fuck her.
Yeah, bro. This
He
is
never
how
slept with her.
this is how great
Yo,
Michigan
that's
is.
some fuckery, dude.
You've been talking to her. Fuck you. You're the dad. You don't get it. You don't get a choice.
So you just slid in them DMs. All right, you a dad now. Pay for that,
Dad.
nigga.
What a fucking state Michigan is, bro. That is the cream of
What
the crop
is
right
Michigan?
there.
What type of shit is that? I wish they would, bro. I go to jail. Fuck it. I say, hey, these motherfuckers. I didn't even put my dick in there. She gotta let me fuck if she wanted me to pay child support. Like I gotta be able to fuck whenever I want. If you want this kid to be paid on, because I'm not doing this for free just because the judge tell me. You either let me fuck anytime I want or you send me to jail. I better be getting some type of repercussions off of this shit.
I mean, just like, it's always like, if, alright, so, I don't know, like, if there was a situation that had a mother and she was just in a bunch of trouble, everybody would be blowing the fuck up with it and it would be trending on Twitter, and a bunch of girls that never do anything besides believe what they read on Twitter would feel like complete and utter advocate right now because they would be supporting that mom and that mom would be fucking famous. But since there's dads that aren't really dads right now who are being put against, or who have like a fucking rock, not a rock, they have the boulder, they have nukes on their fucking shoulder right now in this situation, it's ignored. It's my fetish.
I mean, you got something up, bro.
I got a
For
nuke
real.
fetish, bro.
You got a nuke fetish.
A fucking nuke fetish. Like
there
he just
anything-
gets to let a nuke go off in the sky. He's gonna judge in his pants. I swear.
Fuck!
Jane, is there anything you had to say about this situation?
I mean, I just think it's funny how both of you are so strongly have a good opinion on this when I live in Michigan and I don't really give a shit.
How do you feel, Jared?
Bro, I ain't no daddy.
Bitches kids, you the father now.
Shit. I guess I'm a daddy, you know? That's what's up.
Alright, so where are we at right now in this article, Yumz? We're at in 2014, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
In 2014, WXYZ told WXYZ told Cardinal Alexander's story and found the mother. She said she was told in order to get welfare benefits, she needed to name a father. She knew it wasn't the dad. This was the shit we were just talking about.
Yep.
She knew it wasn't the dad, but she wrote down his name.
Just welfare, bro.
It's fucking hilarious.
Awesome.
This man
missed potential hearing because they were sick or did not receive notice. Carnold had proof that he was in prison when the process served claimed he was served at the house in Highland Park. When they didn't show up at court or judge ruled with dads by default, they then missed their chance to challenge it with DNA evidence by the court deadline because they couldn't find it. So no matter what, if you don't put in DNA like on time, they didn't even like notify the nigga first of all.
Right.
If you they notified him like after it. They notified him after it. So if you don't put in the DNA joint like before then, dog, you don't get a choice. It doesn't matter if you got like DNA evidence now. It's too late. You missed your deadline for that.
What type of fucking tyranny is this? And like it just goes over heads. Why is this not being talked about? Why is America just like right now, live from Washington D.C., Donald Trump taking a shit when right now these guys they're paying fucking thousands of dollars for sometimes girls they didn't even fuck once. Or if their name's written down.
That doesn't.
What happened? What happened to innocent until proven guilty? Why can they just write any fucking name down and that guy has to pay it? What if
men?
What if she just fucking wrote like, if she wrote Donald Trump, would Donald Trump have to pay for that baby? Like, is she just allowed to write any fucking man?
I wonder if a bitch would be smart enough to try it.
And that's just allowed. Like,
Donald Trump has 20,000 kids.
Because look, it's like, look at the election. Look at write-in candidates. You let people write in who they want to vote for, and they vote for fucking Harambe. And you're gonna let her write in a man, and she can write in any man, and whoever man she writes in, she's basically gonna ruin his life. And that's completely okay. There has to be no process to figure out rather it's the right guy, rather she can back up that she ever slept with this guy, no DNA test. All she has to do is write down a fucking name. And that's
write down
completely
name
okay.
and just claim to bits that this is the father. And she wins.
Donald Trump came to my city on a campaign and banged it out. What do you know? Fucking stupid, Alan.
No, I'm kidding.
You honestly think I'm fucking what? Are you? Oh my god.
We're right back where we were, bro.
Hey, all 3 viewers just fucking left. Thanks.
All right.
All 3 viewers just fucking left.
Texas preschool teacher fired over kill some Jews social media post.
What?
Apologize for paying calls. You didn't let me read the full thing.
Oh, do you want? Go ahead.
Apologize for paying calls, particularly to Jews, of course, says racist, anti-Semitic rhetoric, god damn it, big words, does not reflect her current beliefs on bringing. What the fuck? What the fuck happened that day that she just decided, I'm gonna post kill some Jews?
No, I bet you she was just trolling. And then she became a teacher, and all this just fucked her. But I don't know. I haven't read it yet, so it's gonna be great.
She was probably an English teacher. She was probably talking about a book or something.
All right, Yumz, you want to read this, or you want me to take it, sir?
Eyes, read that.
All right, you read this, and then I'll read whatever of the reasons to be a feminist you're here for.
All right. A Texas preschool teacher fired on Wednesday for encouraging followers to kill some Jews.
Great.
Encouraging followers to kill some Jews. Ah, damn, Hitler. On social media, to her employment expressed remorse for offensive comments on Thursday. Wait, did she post this way before she got the job, or
Yeah,
wow.
I think the next read the next paragraph.
All right. Nancy Solon told the local Arlington, Arlington. Hey, Hill's from there. News station CBS 11 that she made her racist and anti-Semitic comment when she was a teenager. Okay, so she was a fucking teenager.
Exactly.
Reflecting beliefs on. She should have just deleted it. Stupid. And not reflection of the beliefs I hold today. These statements were made at a time when I was so not strong in my faith, nor they reflect. I don't know why she's apologizing like she really thought, I want to kill some Jews. No, She was just posting and being stupid like most teenagers.
Yeah, bro. Like, I hate how like people have to apologize just to look professional for shit that they blatantly didn't mean. Like for little shit that doesn't reflect
Look,
anything
like
to
if I
anyone.
got caught for this shit, I would have been like, "Look, bro, I didn't mean any of that shit. I was just a really fucked up kid." Like I feel like one day somebody's gonna go through my old posts and find some shit and try to bring it back up on me. And I'm gonna be like, I didn't really mean this. I was just being a teenager, right? Like I don't know why you're so offended. Like I understand because I post a lot of shit like white people about white people because not because I'm racist and hate white people because it's funny and it makes me laugh.
I mean, yeah, so kill some Jews. I hear that every fucking day, passingly as a joke. That's what kids say. What the fuck, Texas? Texas and Michigan have to be the two cancerous states in the U.S.
Texas would I would think Texas would be the like first people who really wouldn't care since they're heavily fucking Christian
Right.
and every other religion is like completely fucked to them because it's Texas.
I mean, maybe they were just trying to find a way to fire her because she was Muslim.
Yeah, it was only because if it was like a white, motherfucker, like a white teacher, all she would have got was like maybe a 10-day suspension.
Jaden, how many times do we jokingly say kill all the Jews? We at least say it every now and then.
Hold up. You and my little brother are killing this wasp real quick.
All right, you do that.
Oh, but no, okay, no, it's fine. I think we got it. I think that bitch is dead, little fucker. But no, yeah, I say that a lot. I often agree that yeah.
I often agree that Jews should die sometimes.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't hear what.
Go in,
All right.
Yumz.
We got it. All right. Thanks, Tristan. Bye.
All right. The young often get involved with individual influence. Their behavior is not always for the better and deeply regret having been influenced in such a way. I really hate the way she's talking. Salem said, adding, does not excuse my actions and I'm truly sorry. No, you're not. For the pain and hurt, my words. Pain and fucking hurt. Words called, especially to member of the Jewish faith. Who did it really hurt?
Who really cares, honestly?
She probably has 11
Like,
followers.
so offended. Like who? What I want to know is who, after years that this was posted, because she's a teacher now, meaning she graduated college without nobody knowing. She became a preschool teacher for a couple years without nobody knowing. Who really digged into her Facebook past and found this one sentence and brought it and cared enough to bring it to attention to like. This is not actually about her saying, let's kill some Jews. This is about somebody severely hated this woman enough that they tried to find any type of dirt on them that she could. And they found this and they ran with it.
It's people. It's just people in Texas. And the weird thing about, because Texas is a red state, and the weird thing about Republicans is they'll be the first to point out when a liberal is offended by something, and I am too. I think liberals are bullshit. The same, but I also see this in conservatives too, where they'll get offended about something, and it's just, you're hurting my belief system. That's just what I believe. I don't believe Jews should be killed. So they took this shit said as a teenager really seriously, that this girl probably said either as a joke or just to get this attention. And they're probably just butthurt offended and wanted to get this girl fired.
Dude, honestly, that's... dude, I mean, Alan, me and you've had this talk about how everybody's just too worried about fucking feelings. It's ridiculous.
Like, you being offended should not merit somebody losing their fucking jobs. When you getting offended,
Right.
you see what you getting offended does when you really think that people should care about your feelings. Here's what I want to say. If I go down and nobody remembers Alan Nagel, I want them to spread these 3 words. Fuck your feelings. No one cares.
I thought, yeah, honestly. Oh, you gotta love it, man. 2017.
What's up about this shit is, I've been legit called a whole nigger by a teacher, bro.
What?
Not shit happened to that teacher.
Not half, a whole.
A whole. He was
Teacher looked at me.
A quarter.
Teacher looked at me specifically. I was the only white person in the class. I was the only black person in the class, and they were like, And I don't know what I was doing, but I wasn't really doing shit. I was kind of just sitting there and bantering with everybody else. And he was like, Krishan, you're going to stop being a dumb nigger right now. I was like, whoa, 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 hold up. Wait a minute now. Listen. What the fuck? What the fuck, teacher? He was like, I'm sorry. You just ignored me, and I was like, whoa, I'm telling. So I told. Not shit happened to that teacher. I had to move schools. He didn't get fired. He didn't get suspended. We had a whole conference. My mom was pissed. Nothing happened to the fucking teacher.
Oh my. Oh, that's very crazy. Well, I guess, if he was living in Texas.
They would have
gave him an award.
Yeah. It would be like, about time, feller.
It would have been
about time. You done showed these fucking nigger kids what's right.
Everybody's just gonna be crowded around that one teacher like they were on LeBron when they won Game 7. That fucking teacher is gonna be like crying on the ground. He's on the ground all proud.
I knew I could do it. I knew I could do
it. Keep going, Yumz.
Fuck. Oh, fuck all that. Citing her Muslim American Palestinian heritage, Salem said, I am all too accustomed to being bullied and targeted of hate speech. Yeah, she's Muslim, so. Yeah. So the fact that I made a such statement is even more offensive because I should have known to act with more...
Fuck that. Your statement doesn't mean shit, dude.
Your statement is not a damn thing. Stop talking like you really care that you said
even
that.
Even if you fully believed it, you were a fucking TJer. And you know what? If you this is how much of a proponent I am for free speech. I might be an extreme on this. If you said it a fucking year ago, you're not doing it. So who cares?
Yeah, right. As long as you're not out killing Jews, then I think you're okay.
Freedom of speech is a weird concept because if somebody takes their free speech and says some out of the way shit, they can be arrested. And I'm like, that kind of just...
It's not free.
I don't think we should censor words. I think we should change beliefs. We aren't going to, if somebody thinks something, we're not going to change anything by saying you're not allowed to say that you think it.
Yeah.
You're technically not allowed. I've had, I don't know if it was at our school, Alan, but I swear to God, somebody got in trouble for saying they were going to kill the president or something like that. And they got taken out of the office. They were cops and shit.
That's our school.
I honestly think a 7th grader is going to fucking kill. Are you kidding me? What?
I'm going to kill the president.
Oh, fuck, bro. Dude, you can't say that. Stop.
Here's the thing. You talk about this. I don't want her saying kill all the Jews at school, but I also think a big problem at school is it's so artificial, and that's a big reason everyone hates it, is you just can't fucking be yourself. And how do you expect people to learn naturally if they can't even act naturally?
I mean, I don't think you should run around school saying kill all the Jews.
I don't think you should run around school saying kill all Jews, but I think you should be allowed to go around and say fuck. I think you'd be allowed to cuss. I think you'd be allowed to speak your mind, as long as you're not saying kill people.
Right. That's fair.
And then you wonder why people have such a hard time in the real world, because you fucking put them in this horrid environment. What are you going to say, Yumz?
Yeah, that's just why I don't get offended by racist people and shit, because freedom of speech. You can say all day, oh, I'm a fucking nigger and you don't like me and shit, and you're going to beat my ass. But until you actually do it, I don't believe you.
Honestly.
You can talk shit to me. I think racism is hilarious. I'm going to be honest with you. It's funny as shit to make I meet racist white people on purpose. I date white girls whose parents I know are going to hate me just so I can be in their face. I fucking love it. It's funny as shit to me because only 2 things is going to really happen. 1, they're not going to say shit about it until I leave. or two, they're gonna say it to my face, and I respect the white person that called me a nigger to my face. I respect it because that nigga brave.
I mean,
he's brave as shit, and he's like, and he stands up for what he believes in, and that's America.
All right, Yumz, I want to talk to you about racism. First of all, as a preempt, I fully believe that in this country specifically, there are more white people against black people than really against other races. I also noticed that just locally around me, there's a lot of white people against Mexicans. I don't know why, but that's just weird. It's funny to me. Is that in you too, Jaden?
No, it's actually not Mexicans. It's whites and then a few Mexicans versus the Arabs. Like, there are a shit ton of Arabs up here, and I don't know why.
That's not really like that. Well, I also noticed that because I guess it's just that people hate things that are different. But like, all right, how come it's just that like I hate the way that the country is weighted, where I know there's a lot of fucking stupid, racist white people and we need to constantly be in their face and tell them to shut the fuck up. But I hate that if a white person is like, I don't want to date a black person, that's racist. But if a black person is like, fucking kill all white people, and I'm not saying a lot of black people say this, but there are some extremes like that, then it's just like, nope, because that racism doesn't exist, because racism is prejudice plus power. That notion is bullshit.
What, that black people can't be racist because racism has to have power behind it?
Yeah.
Yeah, or like just saying that you can't be racist towards white people at all because we've never been oppressed.
All right, yeah, so it's just like a fucking Jewish person, or it's just, all right, so a Jewish person is like fucking poor, has no money. That's like saying Hitler's not allowed. Like, Hitler doesn't hate Jews because he's more powerful than that Jew.
All right.
Look, I'm gonna disagree and agree with what you're saying, and I'm gonna explain to you why. Now, I want you to really listen and hear me out when I say this. Now, I'm gonna say the sentence, and I want you to, and I'm gonna be silent for a little bit because I want you to take the sentences, and I want you to get your thought on how I'm gonna back the sentence up. Okay? Mm-hmm. Black people have a reason to sort of hate white people. White people don't really have a reason to hate us. Now, I want you to think about it, and I want you to tell me when you're ready for me to explain my sentence.
Oh, I'm already ready. Go.
All right. So, now, the reason black people have a reason to hate white people, I know that it was a long time ago. I realize that. But I want you to realize we've only been really free and like delegated for like 50 years. That's a short amount of time that we've all come together. 500 years of like slavery, or more or less, I'm not sure the exact count. And then another like, I think 100 years of segregation. For one thing, the color of our skin. That's the only difference we had against anybody else. We didn't have any power when we came here. We were slaves. We were, only thing we did was fight back. We defended ourselves. We didn't really do anything to the white man for them to actually hate us. I don't understand. Like, if you look at it today, slavery makes no sense.
Right.
It's just, it makes sense in a business format, but for the way we were treated as slaves makes no sense. Mm-hmm. Like, because even animals get treated better than we were treated.
Yeah.
They saw us as animals, but if they really saw us as animals there to work, don't you think they would have treated us better? Mm-hmm. But no, we were discarded, we were whipped for almost nothing, and we were beaten. So we had like a reason to like fucking hate white people, because for the longest, white people just hated us for nothing. For nothing at all. White people just completely just was like, you're lower than me, so I'm gonna beat you because you're lower than me. Mm-hmm. That was white people, like, when slavery was going on. Now, when segregation was going on, white people was like, all right, you're a human being, but your skin color is still not the same as mine, and you're dirty. I don't want you near us. So we were segregated. For no reason, again. For no reason again, we were not liked because only one thing, the color of our skin. We were seen as dirty. We were seen as impure. Like, legit definition of us was just fucking dirty, unpure, just horrible darkness, and just we were just fucking hated because just the color of our skin. Now, we didn't hate white people for the color of their skin. We hated white people because the way they treated us for the color of our skin.
Uh-huh.
So we had a reason to hate, which I don't really find that, like, still, I'm not saying that it's okay to hate white people now because, you know, they're white people and all white people are the devil. No, that's not okay. That's not fucking okay. That's still fucked because, you know, now we're together. We can be friends. I don't have to, like, you don't have to, like, cross the road when you see me. I won't get my ass beat if me and two white people are talking. That won't happen. So it's not okay. But with the circumstance, I can see how some black people just hate white people. Because, like, once you're taught all of that shit, and they don't teach you that in school, you have to learn that from your grandparents. You hear that pain. Now, I think it would be easy to understand. I think it'd be easy to get over with all the hate of white people if they just say it in school. If white people just admit to it. Just admit, this that we did is real fucked up. We're sorry. But no, it's always, you know, well, that was so long ago. We don't really need to learn about that. It was so hateful and everything. But in history all year, they don't even teach you that shit on Black History Month, by the way. That shit's not taught. They'll tell you all the good black people do and just leave out all the bad white people did. That shit's not taught. But it'll teach what the history books teach you now is all the shit we did to get all the shit white people did, all the shit we did to get where we are now, but they will never tell you how much people died for it to build, how many innocent people were killed for it. They don't do that shit in the present day. Like, we lost 2 Twin Towers, which is horrible. Like, a lot of fucking people died. But we bombed whole villages, whole fucking town. Now imagine if terrorists fucking bombed all of New York instead of them 2 towers. We would be fucking going to complete batshit. You thought we were fucking stuck on those 2 towers? Imagine a whole city. Just one. We bombed like 5. That's the problem with America. We're so easily willing to admit what everybody's done to us and all the wrong and shit. We'll never admit the wrong that we did to others. So we're all at fault here. And, you know, I'm not saying in any way that it's okay for me to hate you because you're white. That's not okay. That's exactly what you did to me. And two wrongs don't make a right. Like, I'm the type of person that no matter who you are, as long as you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. But I am saying I can kind of see why most black people are just so prejudiced against white people. Because, you know, after all, because that shit's all we know. And even to this day, the first white person you meet, I bet you their parents won't like you. If you're my shade of color. Because that was my first white girl that I ever talked to. I've never experienced racism because all I've been around is white kids and white teachers and shit. And they were nice. But the first white girl I ever talked to, I was like, I was in elementary. And her parent legit told her, don't talk to that boy. He's disgusting. Now, I wouldn't have thought that was racist if I didn't see that same girl do the same shit she did with me to a little white boy. And the parents ain't say shit about it. And the way I was raised, I was more well dressed than that white boy. So it wasn't the fact that I looked dirty, because I was fucking clean. I was more well mannered than that white boy because he was born in a fucking trailer park. Like, he cussed on the fucking middle school. I was nothing but nice, and I still got treated like, you know, I was just the dirt of the world. And, you know, for a while I had that mindset of all white people are evil. I don't have that shit anymore, obviously. But, you know, all I'm saying is, you know, I understand what niggas say when they was like, yo, I kind of don't fuck with white people. Because after a long time of all that shit happening, and then the thing about white people, they can offend us all they want. But if we offend them, it's fucking war. And that's fucked up. It brings me back to, everybody wants equality, but nobody wants equality.
All right. Are you finished saying everything you want to say?
Yeah.
All right. So I could see this discussion going way out of hand. So I'd like to automate it right quick. I'd say I'm gonna ask you if this is fair. If you say I have a response to that, Jaden has a response to that, and then you have a closing response to that, and we move on to feminism.
Bet.
All right, cool. Jaden, would you like to say your piece on that?
Um, okay, because racism is always a very touchy subject. Obviously, because a lot of people can get butthurt over it, and I honestly, I could see where someone is coming from, where the white people were, very bad, obviously, for a while, and with slavery, and I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I don't think anybody should hate anybody for any reason. Like, I think everybody, especially nowadays, like, should always go into stuff with open minds. No matter, like, I don't, like, honestly, I can't say I hate anybody. Like, even if I, like, don't like somebody, I can't say I hate anybody just because they're, like, I was always taught when I was growing up, don't hate anybody just because of how they look or how they, like, you base it off how they act. So, like, if
Agree.
it doesn't matter what race you are, if you're a dick to me, then obviously I'm not gonna like you. It doesn't matter what race you are. Like, I lived in Cincinnati, and majority of my friends were black. Like, a majority of them were. And honestly, never had a problem with anybody. I've never really had a problem with anybody of a different race. And a lot of my were of other races. Like, my best friend used to be an Asian. So, like, I can't say I've hated anybody because of their race. So, I don't know. I just think everybody should go into stuff with open minds, especially nowadays and what time we live in. I think everybody should be willing to change and be willing to go into stuff with open minds. And that's what I'm going to say.
Completely. I agree with that completely.
All right. So I grew up in a shithole, heroin epidemic ridden city named Toledo, Ohio. And I grew up in the ghetto, which is what made me a rapper, which is how I gained respect and friends. All of my friends were black. I was never a racist person. I remember, and I don't use this against anyone because I know that white people have said things against Yumz for being black. But I can remember, Jaden might remember too because he's been in Toledo. I remember being made fun of for being the white guy in a school with mostly black people, being made fun of for a white guy that rapped. Jaden remembers this when we went to middle school. I was made fun of for rapping as a white kid. I was put in that box. So
Yep.
I'm also a big detractor against slavery. That is one of the reasons I said we should fucking nuke the world. I'm that against it.
God damn it.
I'm always against that, but I do think there is a reason for black people to be against white people.
Right.
I also think there is a reason for many things, but I don't think it is a good reason. And I can empathize because I can empathize with basically anyone on anything. I can empathize with black people hating white people. I think it's irrational. I don't see color, I see personalities. So I think it's irrational. The way I look at it is, say my mom's grandma beat the shit out of my mom.
Yep.
Fucking whooped her every day. My grandma doesn't. That is as simple as I look at it. So I do think it's an irrational thing to hold that against people. I think it's a terrible fucking thing what white people did. And education is different from state to state to state. But I am actually, and I have been for like the last 2 or 3 years, I've learned deeply in detail about slavery. We have watched films about what they specifically did during that time. I am constantly told by my history teacher how bad it is. I totally agree about how bad it is. We are told how this was used as a business, how they used to scam black people, and the uncomfortable conditions they used to come in America by, how they used to get black people out of their home countries and bring them to America, the things that they used to do to black people to make them work, what would happen to a black person if they were seen not following directions or getting with a white woman or a woman of any other color. And I've learned that it's fucked up through my school. And I know that's different for every state. The same way I know, like, they probably don't learn about slavery. They might. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But they might, or they probably don't learn about slavery in Texas. The same way they learn about creationism rather than evolution in Texas. It's not factual to me. So it's racism everywhere. And I can understand why a black person might hate all white people, but I don't think it's a good reason or a warranted reason. I also think that no one should be offended over fucking anything. If you came up to me and told me the most personal things right now, and I got offended, you have permission to personally fucking hit me. Because being offended by something does not change anything. When a feminist gets triggered because a girl in a video game wears a certain outfit, that doesn't warrant anything. And here's what this thing does to me, what I notice with racism. It teaches me what I've been learning over this past year so strongly, that emotions really overtake our logic. So emotionally, I understand that it's fucking crushing to have to look back in your family tree, and you may have to know that they were enslaved and they were treated fucking horribly, and that sucks. And I can see why emotionally that would fuck you up, but I don't see why logically that would make you hate the people now.
Yeah.
Right, like I said, I don't think that it's right at all for like black people to now hate all white people because of shit that happens in the past. I just said that I can understand that shit. I can understand why it is.
Yeah.
They kind of have a reason. It's not a good reason, especially because it's not relevant now, even though in some places it is still kind of relevant, but it's not as relevant as like extreme as it was.
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing is, when it comes to racism is just, hating a person for like really no more apparent reason than because of their skin color.
Right.
We don't hate white people because of their skin color.
You hate them because of their past actions.
For their past actions, yes. There's probably a word for that, and it's still fucked up. It's still wrong, but it's still at least it's understandable than just hating a person because of their color of their skin. Like if I met a person that's green right now, I'm not gonna instantly look at that green person and say, "I hate your ass."
I mean, but it's circumstance too. Because every fucking white person that we're growing up around right now almost will say, man, if I was alive back then, I wouldn't be a slave. But white people were automated to hate black people. So say us right now, if we seen a fucking green person, we would be weirded the fuck out. We would not go up to that person and hug it and be like, oh, what up, cuz? We're accepting of you. We'd be like, no, go away. What are you?
I don't know about you, but I would do that. I would want to know what the fuck this nigga's story was, but continue.
Why the fuck you green?
I don't know what disease I'm gonna get by going up to a fucking green person.
That's a great. I almost forgot about that because, like a lot of people would also say the same thing about like, oh man, if I were back in, when Hitler was messing around, I would have helped the Jews. And it's like, well, under the circumstance, technically, you would probably be more plausible to be a Nazi. Like you would probably.
You know why we're so tolerant nowadays? Do you know the reason why we're so tolerant?
Because we're told.
Because we're taught now that that it's okay for you to be friends with a. Right. To be honest, kids are not born racist.
Right.
They are taught it. Like right. I know children now. If you have racist parents, 9 out of 10. You're gonna, if they instilled it in you hard enough, you're gonna believe what your parents believed. if for a little bit, if only for a little bit. Because I know a lot of my friends now who had severely racist parents. A lot of the girls that I used to date who had severely racist parents who thought for the longest, I had one of them tell me they didn't date black people for so long because their parents told them that a black person would beat and rape them if they did.
So ridiculous.
They were taught that shit. You were taught. You were taught that racist shit. You were taught hate. You don't just grow up. You don't just learn that shit. You're not just born with that shit. You were taught it.
All right, so that's gonna be great for when you get famous. This discussion is gonna be great, but I have to move on because we have 365 reasons to be a feminist still ahead of us after a 48-minute show so far. So I'd like to speed up the conversation and just move to that. Yumz, would you like to stay on for like 10 to 20 of these, or do you have a place you want to go?
Dude, I ain't got shit to do. Spill it on me, man.
All right, so I'm going to have you here for like 15 of these, and then I'm going to do the rest of Jaden, because having you on for the other 350 would just make the show a lot longer than it already is going to be.
Probably. We keep getting sidetracked.
All right. So, number 365 reasons out of 365 reasons to be a feminist is because of the word feminist. Now, I'm not going to go through all this other shit it says down here, but basically they're just saying that the stigma of feminism is wrong. I'll read right quickly that it says feminism means acknowledging that women are people, acknowledging that gender inequality still exists, acknowledging that through gender inequality negatively affects all genders, women are whatever. We know this argument. We know that feminists will tell us that feminism is fighting for women's rights. Now, I fight for women's rights, and I don't call myself a feminist. You don't need a label, and the reason I won't use this label is because all the people that do use this label happen to be very cancerous, always talk about how triggered they are, always use emotional arguments. They won't listen, they talk. It's a cancerous culture. Maybe if they came together and there wasn't so many subsets like first wave, second wave, third wave, then more people would be feminists. Right. What do you guys think of the stigma?
Yeah, because feminism, it literally has feminine in it. So I don't even want to hear that.
Equality. If I meet a person that calls themselves a feminist, most of the time they think they're just superior to boys. They don't really think about equality. They think about superiority. They talk about women are more smarter, women are better, women can be stronger, I'm like, well, but your whole thing is you want to be equal. They don't say as smart, as good, or as better. They say we're better, smarter, do harder, and I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Or like they do that same thing where they're like, yeah, we want to be equal, but we are better, by the way. And then like, fucking, oh fuck, what was I gonna say? Shit.
Moving on. Number 364, because of the burqa. So the burqa is what women of the Islam religion wear, because that religion teaches that if women weren't covered up, men would not be able to control themselves and would rape them. What is your opinion on that?
Free the titty. I have a friend who's she's a feminist, or she claims to be a feminist, but she's not really like a feminist. Mm-hmm. She's all about, dudes should control their self. So she does this thing where, times she'll walk around downtown, no shirt on at all, like titties all the way out.
I support her.
I support her too. I support her to the fullest. And she's like, I'm not a sexual object. This is just normal. This is the human body. Boys can walk around with their shirt off. I can walk around with my shirt off too. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I don't agree with you for the reason you think I agree with you, but I agree with you.
Yeah. It's just like, all right, sure, it's fine. But like, we know that women don't really like, some women aren't arguing for that because it's like, yeah, be equal. Some women who call themselves feminists, or it's like, there's a stigma to feminists where it's like, empowered. So if I walk around and show my titties, I'm making a fucking difference in the world. No, you're not.
Right.
No, you're not. Like I agree with you. Women should be able to do that, but I don't agree with the feeling you get and the urge that you're doing it off of, or the high that you get when you do it that makes you go back to it. I don't really think you're gonna make a difference by walking around topless because you're just gonna fucking confuse people.
Honestly, like those fucking
And to
slut
be
walks.
real, we live in the world where if you like women, like I get what females talk about when they say a man should just control themselves. No matter what I wear, how I come, I should not have to worry about being raped. But
Definitely, but who the
unfortunately,
hell is arguing against that?
Right.
exactly. Like
Like,
unfortunately,
no.
you will be though. You if a man like if you meet a nigga that's just completely trash and he's willing to rape a girl, he will rape you because he sees you as an
Yeah.
easy target. And that's so fucked up. That's the world we live in, and that's fucked up. I wish we lived in a world where you can walk around with no shirt on and nobody's gonna whip out their dick and start jacking off to you. I wish we lived in a world where I can trust that you'll walk down the street with like a dress coming back from the club and no man will stop and haggle you.
Right. Well, like
I wish.
okay, so but like I get that it's fucked up that that happens, but I understand that the rate in which it happens is super low. For instance, we tell people to pay their taxes. Some people don't pay their fucking taxes, and that's not a high success rate. So you don't just get rid of taxes. I don't know if people get what I'm trying to say here, but like they're fighting this war saying that we can wear whatever we want and no one should be able to, like, sure, you definitely should. You definitely should. But you don't need feminism to tell you that. It's not empowering that you're walking around showing your titties.
Right. Plus, like, they're so against themselves. Like, they're so like, they always make points against themselves. Like, they're walking around naked, doing these slut walks. And what do they do? And you ask them, they're like, "Hey, what are you here for?" And they're like, "We're stopping rape by being naked." That doesn't make any sense, honestly.
We're
And to be
stopping rape
honest,
by
if
making
you
rape easier.
Right.
and to be honest, if you're really like the way they do it, they overdo it though. Like they'll draw on their body, they'll make it
Right.
known,
Oh my
"Hey, I'm
God.
naked." When their whole thing is they make it known, "Yes, I'm naked." When their whole thing is, "I don't want you to instantly know that I'm naked." What the fuck? Why are you making it known then? Just take your shirt off and walk.
Right. Act like nothing's happening.
Act like do what niggas do. We can take our shirt off and just completely walk and act like nothing's happening. We're not gonna
Right.
have paint on our bodies like, "Yes, my shirt's off. Notice me." We're not gonna walk around like that. If you want that equality, you have to do it equally. You cannot fucking completely make yourself known that you are naked. Because now
Right.
we're noticing. Now we see that it's not equal, and now we're fantasizing. And now you fucked up. You fucked up your whole what you're trying to do. You fucked up everything you're trying to say right now. You double standard your fucking self. How do you feel about that?
All right. So, for things like this, we know that yeah, we're against the Muslim idea that you have to wear something because boys won't be able to handle themselves. Not against Islam. I'm against that idea that it has though. So for things like this, we're not even gonna argue that this is a reason we're just gonna argue against the idea of wearing a burqa because we know you don't have to be a feminist to be against this.
Right.
So we'll just argue about the ideas if it doesn't even warrant you being a feminist in the first place. Because of homicide sentences, I'll read these captions right quick. Leaving an abusive relationship actually entails substantial risk for women. In fact, their risk of being killed increases by 75% when they leave. Oh, yeah, because the person's abusive.
Yeah.
Right.
But then again,
Like,
that happens with females too. That doesn't just happen with men. I mean, it's more common with men, I guess.
It's more talked about. I don't even know if it's
yeah.
more
People
common.
care about
Yeah.
People care about it with men more than they do women. If you see a dude getting abused by a female in public, you gonna be called a bitch. They
Right.
gonna hit you. Nobody's gonna help you. Nobody's gonna fucking help you. They're gonna watch your ass get beat. They're gonna laugh. Some of them are gonna film it. You see a man beating a woman, you're gonna instantly want to step in.
Right.
Yeah, you can't trust these statistics because what is the amount of men that are actually coming out, and what is even the amount of men that actually know or are aware of what's happening because it's just not talked about.
Yeah, a lot of men won't come out about it because even if they know that it's abusive, they're not gonna want to be embarrassed about it.
Right.
All right. Number 362, because of the marketing of toys. Jaden, you always talk about shit like this where people are too like where people are too against that. So what do you think about like the gender roles of toys and the marketing of it? Just go on.
Honestly, dude, like, okay, dude, you're tiny. Okay, you're a baby. You're a boy. You want to play with a doll. Who fucking cares? Like, honestly, that's not gonna make you gay or some shit. Like, you want to play with a Barbie? Fuck you. Play with a Barbie. Who gives a shit?
Right.
Stupid.
I mean, the marketing of toys is the reason you should be a feminist.
I mean,
They over sexualize Barbies. Oh no.
Or
I
no,
mean,
some feminists will
Barbie
say
has
that.
been a doctor, a race car driver, a
Yeah.
nurse, a princess, a fucking cowboy, a goddamn
Yeah.
black activist, and what's Ken done? Got a new outfit.
Got a new outfit.
Right. You all right?
Ken
So
hasn't done shit.
I also think this is how I don't know if you guys have noticed, but feminists are fucking divided within their own groups. So some feminists will look at Barbie and they'll be like, "Oh my god, she's over sexualized. Why are kids playing with a Barbie that has boobs?" And then other feminists will look at it and be like, "She's under sexualized. Why let her boobs not have nipples?" So how could I go into a group so divided? How does that look appealing to me?
Like you don't know who to fucking choose with because they're just it's just so confusing.
It's not even that. Like, if you're a feminist, which feminist are you even? That's
Right.
why just be
It's
an
like,
egalitarian. Like,
And moving from Barbie, I think because I saw this picture as you were scrolling, they got like more cooking stuff for women and more baby stuff for women and none for niggas. And I guess I guess that's depicting the whole stereotypical motherhood thing, where niggas gotta grow up, like females grow up to be a housewife or just a parent or a good cook or some shit. But I'm like, niggas do that shit too now. Like if we're not in the fucking 60s. It's not mandatory anymore for you to
right.
grow up and be a fuck just a mother and a cook. You can do whatever the fuck you want, no matter what toys you played with.
right. Right. You want to mute your Facebook there, Yumz?
It's not gonna mute. It's just gonna keep beeping, but it's just because of niggas messaging me. But he stopped messaging me, so we're good.
All right, cool. Number 361, because of the Emmys. Let me save you guys the big old description. What they're gonna say is not enough women are voted in for certain things like that, and not enough of this is voted in that, and not enough races are voting for that, and blah 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 blah. And I think you shouldn't discriminate against a race when it comes to art, but I also think art becomes artificial when you're like, gotta make sure a black person is nominated for this.
Right.
Art should be art, not guided by race or gender.
Right.
Like I shouldn't have to worry about whether my project is gonna win best SoundCloud rapper of the year based on the fact if I'm a man or not.
Right.
Right. Okay. Number 360, because of Middle Eastern parliaments, we don't know anything about this. I think what they're going to say is that not enough women are in control. Well, think of the U.S. government. There's open chances for women to get into these spots. They're just not interested. So yeah, I think in some of these countries there probably are discrimination, which obviously we're against. But there's also women aren't as interested. What are you going to say, Jaden?
Well, and what was it about?
Middle Eastern parliaments. That's just the reason. That's all it says.
So is it just I think it's gonna talk about like Sharia law or whatever.
There's no description for it.
I think that's what it was talking about. It's talking about like Sharia law. And honestly, I don't even agree with that, so that's kind of fair. I think that's what it means.
All right, cool, but you don't need you don't need to be a feminist for that.
Right. Right.
All right. So because of women in Australia, part 2. Let me read this. There are approximately equal number of women and men in Australia. 50% women, 50% men. Women have more educational qualifications than men. So why is there so many more All right, so they're just saying, why is there so many more men than women in the government and in business? Here's why: because more men are interested in those.
There you go. That's
Yep.
all it takes.
That's simple.
They wonder like why we don't have like a female president. Well, only 2 female presidents ran.
And they were both shitty.
They were both
Right.
hard. No other female with better quality decided they want to run.
All right.
Michelle Obama has all the quality to be our next president, and even she doesn't want to run.
All right, yeah. I mean, like, people say that a lot, and I like Obama on, like, I'm 60% agree with Obama, but I hate how people just, like, act like he didn't not nuke other countries, like, he didn't send drone strikes in other countries, too.
Right.
I hate how it just goes under the bus that basically every president of the last 40 years have conducted drone strikes that miss and kill 90% of the people that it wasn't intended to.
And then we sit here and wonder why, like, fucking, like, a bunch of, like, Muslims don't like us. Honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
and
We're nuking their hometown.
we sit
Right.
here and we're like, we need to get rid of ISIS. What should we do? We should drop drone strikes on them. What the fuck do you think the grandma of an ISIS member is going to think if you're just bombing their country? Do you think that's going to make them for America? You just create
Right.
more terrorists by doing that.
Right.
Honestly, like I bet you half the people in ISIS has like lost like most of their family to American soldiers, and
Right.
that's the reason they're against American soldiers. And then like we have soldiers over there raping and fucking enslaving children.
Right.
Like that's a thing.
All right. So, number 358, because of Stockholm police. Do you know anything about this, Yums?
Stockholm police? No, I don't. Explain.
You go ahead and read this one.
All right. Last week, Swedish radio news, Swedish, revealed that Stockholm police have kept secret database with names and details of 2,000 to 3,000 female victims of domestic violence. The illegal database name Kinvenurregistret.
Just read the parentheses.
Woman register. Okay. By the press has been used for about 10 years, and it's estimated 20 police officers have contributed towards it. Through official label over suspected abuser, the database contains details such as the victim's name, age, ethnicity, control of birth, country of birth, not control, religion, history of abuse, and hobbies, as well as his details about the family members. This sounds like a fucking dating site. Police officers have also made notes about possible physiography diagnosis with credibility of the victim's story. Many of the women have been branded tricky, difficult, in particular. What does that mean?
I don't fucking know. Read a couple. Just read a couple of these experts, and then I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna scroll.
Here's some experts from the database. Claymont, something socialist with drug addicts. He's difficult keeping her story together. Has a daughter with intelligent disability. Claymont has visited inappropriate places. Claymont's half brother has a dodgy background.
So wait. Are they doing? So they're keeping reports of women. Did they say that they're also keeping reports of men or what?
Nope.
So it's women of domestic violence. Okay, so they keep reports of women of domestic violence. They write some reports. They wrote some negative ideas about some of the girls that were victims, and people are mad about that. I think that's what it's trying to say. Quick thoughts on that.
I mean, you're getting mad like as if the government doesn't already like target certain people. Like it doesn't know who you are. Like what? Honestly.
To me, it just sounds like a fucking dating site.
I mean, to me, it's just like, from what I can, and we didn't go into depth on that, so I might be gauging wrong. But from what I can gauge, it's just like they wrote some negative ideas, and someone that happened to be a victim of domestic abuse just so happened to have a negative characteristic.
There you go.
Oh no. 357. because of shapewear. Because we haven't come that far from 19th century corset. Because in girl world, dieting and working out will never be enough.
Let's pause and end this right here. I have a man one of these.
All right. 356. Oh my god, these are inappropriate pictures for the show. They're nice ones, so let's scroll back through them right quick.
Yeah. Hey. God damn it, feminists are gonna hate us, guys.
Yeah. We are some intelligent intellectuals arguing against feminists. Yeah, dead ass.
I'm assuming there's movies, but I can't see it, so.
Jaden missed out.
Yes.
All right, 356 because of decision making in the EU. Women occupy less than. All right, so it's back to just judges and it's government shit. Less women are interested in it once again because of silhouettes. All right, dude, look at this. I'm already gonna tell you what they're gonna say, Yumz. They're saying, looking at these women silhouettes, this is how women see men. This is what the ideal women should look like, and there shouldn't be an ideal women. That's what they're trying to say. If you looked up a man silhouette, there would be the exact same thing. Fuck you.
Big buff ass guy, fucking 12-inch dick, you know.
6'5".
Yeah, there you go.
Oh look, they also have the man one, the exact one I'm talking about. So who the fuck cares if people have an idea of something? Yeah, people shouldn't try to come to that standard, but like usually when you think of something, you have an idea. For instance, when I think of basketball, I think of the Cavs.
LeBron James, you like, you know, you like fat bitches? There you go. There's somebody for everybody. Chill out.
When you think of basketball, you think of LeBron fucking James. And not every basketball player is like LeBron James.
Right. It's that easy.
There you go.
Yo, I just got a tornado warning on my phone.
Hopefully you die during the show, though. Boost ratings.
I hope I do, honestly. I remember how I talked to you that one night about fucking how we were on the phone and I just got shot up in a drive-by. And, like, that's how you would start your music career. That's when you really get big. I hope we died in a tornado.
No, just be like, because I was going to name the show 365 Reasons to be a Feminist, but now I'm just going to name it Jaden's Dead, bitch. Awesome.
Jaden's dead, bitch.
I'm losing my voice over here because of this fucking show pissing me off.
All right, I'm back.
Number 300. You didn't miss a lot, Yums, but what's up with that echo? Echo. Change that shit. I hear an echo.
Oh, that's my fault because I have my mic turned all the way up.
Alright, cool. Anyways, what you missed is there's a tornado warning for Jaden.
Yeah, there's a tornado warning in my area. I won't die.
Jaden, no. I'm gonna miss you, man.
Yeah, bro. It's been a lit hour and a half, you know.
I'm gonna be like really fucking like disappointed in myself if he actually dies, and I'm just like gonna delete the BKP channel, and this will never go out in the public. Anyways, number 354 because of the Princeton mom. Female do's and don'ts. So apparently she just made a list of what females should and shouldn't do. Do, wear simple statement clothes, well-cut jeans with a colorful top. Don't raise your voice under pressure. So it's telling women what they can and can't do.
Damn.
I mean, niggas get that shit too.
Right.
So just, it's standards.
They act like men have it perfect. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's just like if you're male, you win, honestly.
She said, all right. On rape, she said, the definition of rape is no longer when a woman is violated at the point of gun or a knife. We're now identifying as rape what really is a clumsy hookup.
Hey guys, I'll be back. My mom needs me.
Melodrama or a fumbled attempt at a kiss or caress. Why don't women get up and leave?
Dude, fuck, dude. Here we go. Like, it's the fucking, like, catcalling shit. He sexually assaulted me because he said I was good looking from across the street. Fuck you, okay? How about that?
All right.
Some dude wants to compliment.
That's absolutely fair, Jaden, but I don't think that's what's being talked about. What's being talked about is women can get out of rape. They have the choice out of it. And in some cases, that's simply not true. Rape fucking sucks. Guess what? You don't need feminism for that.
Dude, it's so stupid. I hate this. Why do I do this?
Number 353, because of body image.
Oh shit!
Women are dying to be thin. Are the fashion industry and media to blame?
What? Honestly, what's wrong with being skinny? What's wrong with being healthy? Seriously. If you're fat, you're unhealthy. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just saying, like, that's not my fault because I don't like you.
All right, look. I'm not as an extremist on Jaden as that issue.
I am back again.
I think if you're fat or overweight and you're happy with it, that's cool. The same way if you're skinny and underweight, that's cool as well. But we shouldn't dramify it or perpetuate it as it's completely, definitely just a settling point to do this. If you are over or underweight, that is a bad thing for your health, and you should try to get at a healthy weight.
Right. Like, I'm not talking like a little thick, you know. I'm not talking like a little chubby. I'm talking about like you're like good 200 pounds overweight or something crazy like because like I don't know. I feel like so many people nowadays want to glorify being big. Like yeah, it's okay like for a while, but like that can really affect. I just don't want people dying of obesity. Like that's bullshit. When you could easily fix that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that might be easy because I mean, honestly, I'm skinny. I have a fast metabolism. I don't work out for shit, but that might just be easier for me to say. So I can't really talk.
What do you think of that, Yumz? What do you think of like fat pride and stuff?
I don't know. Shit, I like thick bitches. So man, my mom was fat, so
my mom's a little big too.
My mom is 136 pounds and will profess until she dies that she's overweight.
The way you're happy, I don't give a fuck, bro. Everything is gonna kill you. So if you're too fat, then you're too fat. If you're not fat enough, you're not fat. Fuck it. Who cares? Somebody's gonna put their dick in you.
All right, cool. Like, I guess all three of us have opposing views on this. The way I look at it is like, I don't think someone should quit if it's too hard. Let me just wrap everyone's views up so we can move on, because this is already a long show and my fucking voice is slowly dying. Jaden believes if you are 200 fucking pounds overweight, you shouldn't be out here talking about fat pride. He genuinely philosophically disagrees with you. Yumz says everything's gonna kill you, just be you. I say just because something is too hard, if it's unhealthy and you should be against it. Moving on.
Put like a poll. Put like a poll up for like which one people want to agree with.
Alright, hold up. Let's get us a straw poll.
I ain't getting any votes, honestly, let's be honest.
We'll have people vote on this.
I feel like people are gonna be like.
Let me go to the next one so you two can talk about this while I'm writing this poll. All right, because of women of color. Let me look at these right here. Statistics. Living in poverty. 2010, 10.4% of non-Hispanic women live in poverty in 2010. 25.6% of African American women. 25% of Hispanic women. 26.4% of Native American women, and 12.2% of Asian women. So white women were the least amount living in poverty. Let's look at the workplace gap. Overall, white women were making more than any race. In education, white women were doing better by a large percentage of bachelor's and master's degrees conferred in 2008 and 2009. This has probably changed because it's been a long time since then, but it was 39.9% white women, and the second best was 6.5% in African American women. And also political leadership, African American is second to white again. So you guys talk about that.
Okay, so it is like because Do you think it's just because women, like white women, just are expected to go to college and stuff? Honestly, I don't really know.
What the fuck?
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. It's just saying that white women are kind of going to college and doing this and that over other races.
Maybe I don't. All right, let's put it this way. Yes, more white women are seen in college surroundings.
Uh-huh.
But you want to know the reason that I want to go to college?
Why?
Because I know that I'm fucking half of them white women.
All right. All
They're not
right.
getting their education. They're turning the fuck up. So that doesn't mean shit. That doesn't mean shit at all.
For the white women.
And then it's like more white people in general drop out of college more than any other minority. So
That's fair. All right, next one, Alan.
God damn it, I didn't finish the poll, you fuckers. All right.
What, Alan?
Number 351 because of Saudi Arabia. All right. So apparently Saudi women they're not allowed to eat.
Yep.
Wait a minute. They're not allowed to try on clothes when they shop. They're not allowed to go for a swim, enter a cemetery, read an uncensored fashion magazine, travel without permission of their male guardian, or drive. What is your thoughts on those Saudi Arabian rules?
American Dad has taught me everything about this, and I'm just like, okay, it's kind of fucked. You know, I agree. That's fucked up. I don't.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Well, the way I see it, this is coming back to whatever it's called, like Sharia law or whatever. And no, yeah, that's fucked. You really fucked. Like, women are super oppressed, and honestly, you don't need to be a feminist. Okay, you don't need to be a feminist to not support Sharia law. That's not a feminist thing. Like, act like men are like, fuck yeah, oppress women. We should. You obviously don't see America doing this, so that's not our fault. That's fucking Saudi Arabia's fault. The fuck. All right, next one, Alan.
You fuckers. Okay, where are we?
Yumz killing it.
All right. 350 because all right, Yumz is gonna be the last one you're on, and then me and Jaden are gonna take a break and play your song, and then Jaden will return. Talk to me on Messenger while we're doing the break, okay, Jaden?
Wait, what?
This is the last one you're gonna be on for, okay, Yumz?
All right.
All right. If it's not good, we'll do a different one. Number 350 because of women in the caucus, and all right, we've already done this before. We'll move on to the next one.
All right.
All right, this one will be a pretty good one. Number 349 because of the war on women. All right.
Oh shit.
There was 1,707 women murdered by men in 2011.
Damn.
94% murdered by someone they knew. 51% murdered with a firearm. All right, you guys go ahead and talk about that.
All right, hold up. I didn't really hear that because my dad told us to come downstairs because there low key might actually be a tornado. So if I die on BKP tonight, that's not good.
So what's happening? Are you going down or are you staying?
What? No, I mean I'm gonna be on the phone, but I'm downstairs now, so you could just repeat what you said. I didn't hear it.
All right. Quit shooting your fucking gun, dude. 1,707 women murdered by men in 2011. 94% murdered by someone they knew. 51% murdered with a firearm. And the reason is because of the war on women. Talk about this.
Yeah. I mean, it just sounds... Oh, shit. Fuck. Yo, chill. Holy shit. All right, what I gotta say on that is it sounds like you're hanging out with the wrong people. Like, what the fuck? Honestly.
I want this live update. Is there like tornadoes outside of your house or something?
No, there's tornadoes in Illinois by the same storm. So, by the exact same storm. And there's fucking hail. Holy shit.
So is it gonna be coming down to Ohio in like a day probably, and I'm gonna die next?
I don't know, bro. Holy shit.
Yumz, what do you guys say on this before you go?
Shit, man. I don't really know what to say about that. I think just women in general put themselves into bad situations. And, they're easy targets. So, yeah, that happens.
Right.
All right, guys. So, Yumz, bye-bye. Is there anything you want to talk about before we let you go?
Hey, follow me on SoundCloud at Awkward Yumz, Awkward with a O, Yumz with the Z at the end. Also, if you haven't heard the Awk I Love You EP, follow that shit at officially Awk 14 Radio, and be looking for the next project. And also, final statements: racism is fucking stupid. Feminists are fucking stupid. Yumz is the greatest. Kanye's the god. Mouth this bitch.
All right, bro. We're gonna play your song, so that's all.
Oh shit, yo, I might die.
All right, bro. Jaden, mute your mic while we go on break.
Why?
All right, here goes. Yeah. Hey. Right. Flogging on me out the game. I'll 14 be the game. Yo, just trying to get rich. I'm like a new movie. My person is split like a kid at the nurse. You be acting all sick and I'm killing you dolls. Get off Michael Vick. But I swear everybody, it's like no lacking. I'm turning them white. They at Michael Jackson. They acting all broke like they ain't they taxes. I got a big head like I ain't a Kardashian. Hey, boy, leave Clover for the good luck. House full of white girls looking like a Starbucks. House full of N-words looking like KFC. Screaming F Donald Trump, he ain't leading me. I was 9 till 5, so I tamed the beast. Swear I felt Rock Lee when that weight released. My bro moved weight like Donald Trump. Said he gon' build a wall, El Chapo can see. T-Quill be telling me, bro, you the illest. Don't let all this hate get you down. Thanks. That's my evil brother from a whole nother mother, but I swear, homie, holding me down. Thank you, buddy. I'm done being humble. I'm about to be Kanye and make me a little bit famous. These bars go dopamine when they like Charlie Sheen. Man, I'm just doing it shameless. O for the A. I'm the code like it's made. Watch what you say. My homies, they shoot at your face. We get it, that's all I'm gonna say. We ballin' a lot on these days. These parties is lit. Anyway, we in there till 4:58. Ayy, 4:58. Ayy, 4:58. Ayy, 4:58. Ayy, 4:58. We in there till 4:58. We in there till 4:58. We in there till 4:58. Ayy, 4:58. I don't talk cause I don't need to. I cannot explain the reason. Got no reason. See no evil, then I see no evil. But I can still hear my demons. My team see how much you hate us. But we don't even need meanings. We've been dropping like whole singles. But we just need to stop teasing. Ayy, 4:58. She gon' hang for the day. Tell them hang. Triple K, BLM, we gon' pray. COP, shooting us. But we a minutes, we shot back. My homie chillin' behind bars. It be a minute before you get back. I'm watching my clock, it's a matter of time. I just hope that I am not gone. Y'all steady looking for Beyonce's. I'd rather have a Solange. Yeah, I'd rather have a Solange. I'd rather live like Breezy. Yeah, I'd rather act like I shine. 4:58. O for the 8th. Out the cold like it's made. Watch what you say. Homie, shoot at your face. We get it, that's all I'm gonna say. We ballin' a lot on these days. We party is lit. Anyway, we in there till 4:58. Like 4:58. 4:58. Like 4:58. 4:58. Like 4:58. 4:58. Like alright, here goes. 4:58. Right. So what if your dream ain't really your dream and everybody around you really some fiends that getting high off of like all of your pain and sucking the wisdom straight out of your veins? What if this life ain't really your life? It's just holograms, pictures, and lights where you have no control, but you think that you might, but they telling you sight behind curtains and mics. What if you doing all of this for nothing? Sooner or later we all gonna die. These critics, politicians all gonna lie. Well, Obama really gotta cut his ties. So what if I die today and nobody even remembers me? For the most part I cut out their memory. To be honest, don't know what the difference be. Thus I'm telling myself ain't no difference be. I don't know what they know. But for real, I don't think that I know enough. They just telling me, Yumz, you ain't old enough. Why is this world so cold? Got the ice in my veins and I know what's up. Awkward be the gang, they don't vibe with us. And that hurts me, my homies see. But they just be drifting on that THC. They bow their heads, they know we eat. So Lord our grace, have mercy, Father, we thank thee. Feel like King Goku taking flight on these Nimbus clouds. I could really spend my whole life on these Nimbus clouds. Homie, roller, slip and get high on these Nimbus clouds. I'm just trying to stay up in the sky on this Nimbus wall. Feel like King Goku taking flight on these Nimbus clouds. I could really spend my whole life on these Nimbus clouds. Homies, roller, slip and get high on these Nimbus clouds. I'm just trying to stay up in the sky on these Nimbus clouds. And after all that, man, I still feel the pain. I feel like I'm falling and going insane. Man, I swear off the curb, couldn't stay in my lane. You think I'd be happy with all that I gained? This music just don't feel the same. It's just feeling numb, now it's all in my brain. I pray every day for an answer, I'm still getting nothing. I'm feeling a little ashamed. Can't help but feel a little discouraged. Grinding so hard, man, my teeth hurt. Need braces just to brace myself. My big homie say the stress hurting. THC, THC. Come and get these clouds, come and blow with me. Man, I see your stress, I know what you need. Understand your pain, come and fly with me. Let your mind drift in these clouds. Let your spirit bond with your stress. Hit a galley gun through your pain. Maybe you will worry about it a little less. Maybe you'll act a little less sad. Maybe your music sound a lot better. I ain't really set the peer pressure. Just hop on the Nimbus and we can do better. Like, yeah. Feel like King Goku taking flight on these Nimbus clouds. I could really spend my whole life on these Nimbus clouds. Homie, roller, slip and get high off these Nimbus clouds. I'm just trying to stay up in the sky on this Nimbus wall. Feel like King Goku taking flight on these Nimbus clouds. I could really spend my whole life on these Nimbus clouds. Homies, roller, split and get high off these Nimbus clouds. I'm just trying to stay up in the sky on these Nimbus clouds.
I'm about to take flight on these Nimbus clouds. Spend my whole life on these Nimbus clouds. Roll up and get high on these Nimbus clouds. Trying to stay up in the sky on these Nimbus clouds. Don't bring me down, don't bring me down, don't bring me down. Let me stay in the clouds. Don't bring me down, don't bring me down, don't bring me down. Let me stay in the clouds.
All these Nimbus clouds, all these Nimbus clouds, all these Nimbus clouds, all these Nimbus clouds, all these Nimbus clouds. And I'm just trying to stay up in the sky on this Nimbus wall. I don't need that stress, it's just weighing on my mind. We don't even talk, we just argue every time. I tell you that I love you, you deny it every time. But I'll still pick the phone up every time you blink my line. I don't need the stress, it's just weighing on my mind. We don't even talk, we just argue every time. I tell you that I love you, you deny it every time. But I'll still pick the phone up every time you blink my line. I don't need that stress, but I swear you already knew this. Probably need a parachute before you start jumping to them conclusions. You always want to go to war, baby girl, swear to God it.
Alright, we are waiting for Jay to get back on. Right quick. Jaden.